What's up, crazy mutts? I'm Kaostar the Wolfy, and this is, yes, another edition of Will You Press the Button? You find a debit card with no limit in your genes, but you can never experience love for anything or anyone. Okay, that's a deal breaker right there. That is an instantaneous deal breaker, because, first of all, as a lot of people who have been watching videos here and there know, I don't really care about money. I mean, yes, it's nice to have. It's got what got me my equipment to do Let's Play videos and streaming with. But aside from that, aside from it allowing me to get what I need to get for something that I have grown to absolutely enjoy and love, I could deal without an unlimited amount of money on a debit card, and on the other end of it, not feeling love for the person I'm with. I couldn't do that. I could not do that. So I shall not hit that button, and we shall move on. Ability to switch gender at will, but you get uglier each time you do so. Well, I am happy with how I was born. I'm proud to be how I was born. So I'm going to not hit the button rather. And all sorts of other stuff that I could say about that, but you cure all disease, end all hunger, and create world peace. God, that would be a fucking godsend. But all forms of birth control no longer exist, and more cannot be created. Okay, that would overpopulate the world, clearly, but... I'm sure there's a loophole here somewhere, but I can't think of it. But world peace, at least, would be great. And I'm thinking about this on both ends, you know, me curing everything and ending all the negativity and stuff. Because that would be really nice, because this world these days is getting really negative and scary out there. I'm not going to get into details, but I'm sure a lot of people know exactly what I'm talking about. It's scary out there these days. I mean, talking about right now. It's fucking terrifying. It scares the shit out of me. But I'm gonna dare to not hit that button because there needs to be birth control. Well, actually, of course, I think of the loophole right after I don't hit the button. It's called curtail the fucking. Curtail the sex. There's the birth control. Damn it. I always think of the loopholes and shit right after I do something. You will be the most intelligent person in the world, but nobody takes you seriously. Oh, that's no big deal. Nobody takes me seriously anyways. I'm just a big old derpy fucking goofy ass wolf. What the fuck? You can have your love of dreams, but everyone other will die. Okay, broken grammar there, at least a little bit. I don't know if that means the love of your dreams, but if that means like in the love of your life context, I've already got that, so... And I don't know, everyone other will die. Their dreams, their lovers, I don't know. Be glad I didn't push the button. You can have as much sex with whoever you want, as much as you want, but you can only sleep for 3 hours a day. Forgive me for portraying myself as a whore here, because that's totally not the case. I am not a whore, I'm not a slut, but Wolfie needs some love, Wolfie needs action. You can change one event in history. but you will have to live in that time for the rest of your life. Okay, give me a moment to think about this. Okay, I've made my decision. One event in history. And those who have come to know me, have come to know hopefully most of my personality and my character and all that shit about me over these last 300 some odd videos over this last year, may know what I'm going to pick, and that would be preventing that horrible event during World War II. That did not need to happen. That should not have happened. And in saying that, I don't mean that as in blaming people for failing to stop that mass extermination, but at the same time, that should not have happened. Somebody that twisted should not have come into power. I do respect his intellect as far as war tactics and stuff, but at the same time, I hate him for what he did, how he used it. I hate him for it. That should not have happened, and I wouldn't mind living in those days. I really would not mind living in those days. It would give me a sense of, how things were back then. I could be somebody from the future talking in prophetic visions and saving the day from total chaos and death. So I'm hitting that button. Too bad that wouldn't actually happen. You gain the ability to communicate with animals, but you lose the ability to communicate with people. I would be totally cool with this. I would be totally cool with that because I'm a huge animal lover. I would love to understand what they're saying, what they're thinking, feeling, whatever. Half-Life 3 finally gets released, but it doesn't live up to the originals. Well, I don't know. I'm so far behind in gaming and stuff, it's not funny. It's primarily the other major reason, for myself anyways. The main reason for this whole YouTube and streaming thing, above everything else, is, to entertain people, to bring smiles and laughter into people's lives. But for myself, the main reasons for myself, one was to drag myself out of the shell that I created for myself. That is done, because I'm talking like a fucking rambling jackass right now. But the other one was to help myself catch up with gaming. The whole gaming, because I'm so far behind. I'm ashamed to admit this, but I have never played any GameCube game. I have never played any original Xbox game. There's so many games from NES to now that I have not played. So many few consoles I haven't had the chance to touch, let alone any games of theirs on those specific consoles. I'm going to shut up with that now because I sense that people are probably going to laugh at me, or maybe are running to grab the tar and feather because I haven't experienced Metroid Prime yet. Which is, there's so many games that I want to experience. There's so many games that I want to play. So I really don't know if Half-Life 3 is released yet or not. But I'm not hitting that button because I would rather it live up to the originals. I would rather have all gamers happy, including myself. Okay, I hit good. There we go. You can tell when someone is lying. You can always know the truth whenever you want, but you can never tell a lie. Well, that's not a problem on the other end of it because I don't lie anyways. I mean, I used to be a fucking asshole liar, but, people can change. People can always change their ways. They can always make themselves a better person, day by day. And I've done that for myself over the last 6, 7, 8 years, somewhere around there, because I used to be a real asshole. But that's then. This is now. I'm a happy-go-lucky, derpy Wolfy whose company is enjoyed by a lot of people, and that's good for me. I'm glad to be out of my darkness. But on the first aspect of it, given, and I'm not going to go into details, but there has been a lot of stress in my life as of lately. Very recently, it's still going on, and I would really like to be able to tell who the fuck is lying and all that jazz. So, unfortunately for the crooked people that I'm dealing with right now, I'm going to hit that button. Too bad it doesn't work that way. God, that would make my life so much easier right now, because I could be the catalyst, the be-all, end-all of the actual truth of what's going on in my life right now, and shut a lot of people the fuck up. But back to the fun. You gain an incredible skill set and can have any job you want. They are all incredibly easy for you, but every week you get circumcised without anesthetic and your foreskin grows back right before this. Oh God. Oh God, that makes me cringe. Oh God, that sends a chill down my spine. Oh my God, dude. No, I am not hitting that button. Fuck that shit. I was circumcised as a baby. I do not want to go through that again. Even though I don't remember it, but still. I experienced this as a baby. I ain't going through it again. You become the most awesome person in the world ever, but you will never have any privacy ever. Well, that kind of ties into my feelings of popularity, if that's where this is going. So I'm going to hit no. And on to... You win every video game you play, but you have to spend hundreds of hours practicing first. Well, isn't that already the concept of any video game? Is, you go through it, there's a lot of rage moments, there's a lot of moments of what the fuck do I do next? You practice, you get better, whether it's, a few hours or thousands of hours of being stuck in the same area. Like me right now, I'm stuck in a certain area in my first playthrough of Final Fantasy X. And yes, it's the HD version, and yes, it's an amazing game, but I'm stuck at this one part, and practice takes perfect, it's trial and error, as with every video game. So to me, common sense wins out on this button. Because when you really put your heart and mind to it, when you really, finally get past those troublesome spots in each game you play, you get to the end, you beat it anyways. That's how I see it. Your TV has every channel possible, but you have to get up to every time to change the channel. Oh, like the good old days of having to turn the knob. I would actually not mind that. And I actually, as a child, used to have a TV from the old days. It was I can't remember if it was my mom or my dad's TV, but it was their TV when they were growing up through either their childhood and or their teenage years, or maybe some of their adulthood, I don't know. But my first TV ever was one where you had to twist the knob to change the channel. And I thought it was the coolest thing ever growing up. From, God, when was it? I think it was from about 4 to 5 years old to until I think I got my first remote-based TV at around 10. because there was many opportunities that my parents gave me to hey kiddo, you want a new TV with a remote? And I sat there, I turned it down because I thought it was the coolest thing ever to have to get up and change the dial to change the channel. And everybody thinks I'm just a little bit weirder now, I'm pretty sure. But I was weird I've always been weird. But I'm gonna hit that button. I would love to be able to experience that again. I really would. That was the coolest thing ever. People under 18 are unable to view or use the internet via a psychic barrier, but YouTube comments are still shit. Okay, that was... If YouTube comments are still shit, then I'm not hitting the button. Screw it. I see a lot of drama and bullshit on YouTube every day. Not going into any particular channel names, but I see a lot of shit every day. And it just is just like, what the fuck? But you could sleep with anyone you want without your significant other finding out or caring. But you will make minimum wage the rest of your life. Well, that's a conflict of interest against my morality there. That defies my logic, or my logic, whatever you want to call it, of being truthful. I'm always truthful. I would not compromise telling the truth for anything. And I know the implications of that in, life or death situations or some kind of apocalyptic situation, or what have you, but I have my code of morality and I stick to it. So I'm not hitting that button because I'd rather be faithful and truthful always with my significant other. And on to the last question of this video. You receive 10,000 a day for the rest of your life, but you must volunteer half of your waking hours to PETA. And I think people noticed my tone of annoyance there at the end. I'm not going to get into that. And I'm not going to hit that button. And I'm just going to say, hope everybody enjoyed the video. Yes, I'm very annoyed about that right now. I realize it's only a situation, or a theoretical situation, but I'm just going to leave it as everybody has their own stance on PETA. Some people support it, some people don't. I'm not going to reveal where my entire stance is on PETA, but thank you for watching, and keep on howling, you crazy mutts.